What's up, guys? Keith Trades. Happy Friday. Today is August 30th. We went 2 for 3 today. 45 to 55 points gained in a 12-point loss. So great risk to reward and an amazing week for the team. Everyone made money. Everyone cashed out. Our number one thing we've got to do is go to the testimonials. Member capitalized on the longs in the morning. $350 profit here. Dom had some issues with the Wi-Fi. He was trading on a train, but he ended up scaling early, plus 164. And then we had another member take his own setup, which was a great quality short model for a $500 profit. And then here's what I'm talking about, guys. He paid $20 for a weekly trial and made 1.4K, bro. That's a 6,900% return on $20. Ridiculous. And then we have a member who just took our PM session trade. So we took a loss in the PM, came back and banged it. He's still up $100. Why? Because we positioned ourselves properly. We capitalized. But Dom ended up being up about 300 something bucks on the day. He went and took the PM trade. But my plan was very simple, guys. I said that we came back to the 4 hour, started fine buying. If we see buyers above the pre-market high, I want to look at the longs to my equal high target that still has not been touched. Or I said, right, that we could trade back into the 4 hour bullish and then look for continuation. Our short model ended up hitting perfectly. We just did not get a setup for it. Right, I was looking for a sweep of the pre-market high, a 5 or 15 minute breakdown, and then looking for the reprice to the 4 hour and then targets lying lower. Noted members to go 25 to 50% of position size because we caught so many wins this week. We are guaranteed to go green. The worst thing we want to do is give back profit, which we ended up not doing anyways. Market open, choppy range. We waited for a move outside of the range. Right, that's quality discipline there. Right, structure for the day, very simple. Right, I noted that. Right, the equal highs were your target for the longs. But here's the 4 hour fair value I'm talking about, right? So we dipped back into that 4 hour and found buying again right here overnight, and we bought up. Right, and then obviously 14,500, right? That target is just right here. It is the reprice to the 4 hour. That was my first short narrative. And then obviously targets lower, we're going to be here, here, and here. And we came in the pre-market, found the buying. So that's why I said that, I wanted to see the longs. Coming into the 1 hour time frame, where I'm talking about buyers through, right, which was this huge imbalance. So that's why you see 19,573, because I want to see buyers get above. This was the pre-market high, and through this fair value, I said we find strong buyers, we're likely to run higher. But we did not end up respecting the inverse, so we end up sliding lower. Coming on the 15-minute, my internal time frame, the reason why we wanted to take this setup is because we had a 15-minute high here as a target, and we ended up equal highs before our trade. But coming into this trade, right, choppy range. So we waited for a move outside the range. Let me slide down this fair value gap, right? We ended up moving outside the range. So here's my choppy range. So we saw that break out of the range. We ended up reaching for buy side. I would have wanted to see a delivery to the opening low, but this was enough for me to take it because we saw choppy action. It's not going to be efficient to run this low, but we ended up sweeping internal sell side. Right? The once respected 1 minute fair value gap here gets inversed and we break structure. From there, I said, you know what? This is enough data for us to give a long shot. Give it a 1 minute fair value gap entry. Place your stop at the wick low. First PT here, we play the market tight. In any other scenario with clean action, our first target would be this high. But because markets were so sloppy, I advised members to look for a 20-point scale here. And the once respected fair value gap bearish, that was your last target, a break above the highs for 30 points. 20 and 30. Both got hit. We moved our stop in profit to this low, and the fair value I just got ran through, so we ended up securing the rest of my runners for 5 points in profit. Right, and then market slid lower, delivered to what target, guys? The 14,500 target to fill the 4 hour, and we slid a lot lower. But I was happy going 1 for 1. I called it a session, and now let's get into our PM trade, our loss and our win. Right, we ended up taking sell side dipping back into the 4 hour, and this is my A plus 5 minute power of 3. right? So as we see first accumulation range, and then we saw the downside manipulation of these equal lows, sell side sweep, and we found buying out of a 4-hour fair value gap. Two bearishes get inversed, and your play points would be these 5-minute fair value gaps, but we were looking at the 15-minute fair value gap here. Swing high, swing low of this range, right? Discount gets hit. But before that, we gave it a try here, right? Again, and I'm not upset about this loss here. We end up sweeping out internal low into the 15-minute, inversed the bearish, form the bullish, but I did not get long just yet because I'd rather play immediate, really tight and wait for the break above. So we got the close above here. We got long, right? We broke the internal high. We were up 10 points, and then we just got stopped out for a 12-point loss, right? I played my position pretty tight because I did not want this to go against us. So my stop was here for a 12-point stop. Narrative for this trade, guys, is very simple. Because we found a buy model, right? Although the day's trading is bearish, because we find a buy model, the first narrative we look for is the same stuff, right? To a price to this 1-hour fair value gap here. That is my narrative to go long. Because we found a buy model internally and externally, respecting the 4-hour, that is more than enough for me to look for the reversal trade, which we got. Like I said, we took a 12-point loss here, but I was totally fine with that because it's my A+ setup. That same trade we took yesterday hit 103 points. So I'm not upset about taking a 12-point loss, and we ended up banging it right back instantly. Right, I was still comfortable with the longs because we ended up hitting discount perfectly. The narrative is still here to run this target and to fill the 1-hour imbalance higher. Coming on the 1 minute, right? I noted that we hit discount. So yeah, I was pretty confident that we would deliver. And I was sure we were going to get stopped out after we slid back down because I was looking for a quick delivery. This ended up being a consolidation range here, guys. And what do we wait for? At a consolidation range? Manipulation or a clear break. Since the bias in the model is bullish, I called members that this is likely manipulation stop hunt. We ended up inversing this fair value gap and then catching our longs here. Right, first price target was the 90s. What's my bad? What's my bad? Right? Not the 90s. This was your scale / break even point. First price target was the 90s. Bam. And then I told members to move their stop up and profit to this low, and it ended up getting taken here. But if you would have held your initial position with your stop below here and your entry here, right, the full PT to fill the 1 hour would have hit for 38 points. And if you held your runners like you should have, you would have banged the full swing target at the high, which from there is ridiculous gain, 100 plus points. But that's besides the point. We got our model, we executed, we trusted our setup, we caught 20 points at our first price target of the 90s here, right? So that's a nice trade. 25 points there. Yeah. So pretty good stuff, guys. Took a 12-point loss. I understood that this was a manipulation range. We got the manipulation. We put the trade back on with confidence, and we ended up hitting our first take profit, and the rest got stopped out in profit. But that's going to do it today, guys. A beautiful day to end off this week and a great quality week. We're going to keep killing it. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. And I'll be sure to love you guys in the Discord, paid or free. But I'll catch you guys in the next one.